they've got nothing against me except the word of the alleged victim. Well, actually, testimony of witnesses is evidence all by itself. I often get asked, what are the types of evidence that are used against me in a domestic violence prosecution? And frankly, the primary thing we look for is the injury to the alleged victim. Now, injuries are tricky because it's very difficult to photograph a bruise or a mark. Our bodies actually change over time after an injury occurs, and when the police arrive right after a fight or a scuffle, whatever it might be, the marks have not fully developed, and so they're very, very difficult to prove. Very, very difficult to photograph, and actually bright lights and things like that make it even harder to photograph. Additionally, we have nowadays with social media, we have ring cameras, we have internal security cameras, and sometimes those are used to pick up noise, even if they're not picking up the pictures of what's going on. I've handled several cases where the evidence was what happened was recorded by the front door camera, even though it couldn't be seen, it could be heard. Additionally, we always have I've heard people say to me, hey, they've got nothing against me except the word of the alleged victim. Well, actually, testimony of witnesses is evidence all by itself. And sometimes when two people are involved in a physical altercation, the only two witnesses to the event are the one who's alleged to be the aggressor and the one who's supposed to be the victim. When you want to get creative for how they prove domestic violence cases or how we defend against domestic violence cases, we should also widen that circle a little bit and listen to whether or not the children or other people at the house heard something or saw something and get creative with social media posts, phone records, all sorts of things we can look into.